All right. So I haven't done one of these in a while. You know what I'm saying? And one of these little live videos that people care or not. But I'm doing this one because we have embarked on the most pagan time of the year. And what I mean is starting at Halloween up into April or something like. Well, our year is pagan in America. But it's super pagan right now because, we got Thanksgiving coming up in a couple days. But it started at Halloween, you know what I'm saying? So, and I say this because it's supposed to be a country built under God. You know what I'm saying? God-fearing forefathers and everything. And then, but like I said, the pagan year the time of the year starts at Halloween, man. They didn't actually coached us into living a life of paganism, because a lot of us, we do these holidays and we don't understand the origins of things. And Halloween, we know, is if you supposed to be God-fearing in the church, we know that worshiping the dead and spirits and demons and dressing up like them is not godly. So like I said, they took you. If you don't understand the origins of things, you don't understand what they come from, and you think this just friendly fun and it's just something that everybody does, but you don't understand the system that is being worked. You know what I'm saying? That is is in control of everything. Halloween, if you look up the origins of Halloween and where it stems from, very dark and very devilish, satanic meaning. You know, it's supposed to be the time of the year where the realms of the living and the dead are very thin, so the dead can walk amongst the living and whatever else. And so you take something and you make it a holiday, trick or treat. All of these Halloween, all of these things have symbolic meanings and satanic meanings, but a lot of people are not informed, and we just do things because we taught that it's fun and everybody does it without actually checking into the origins. I think it's critical about the shit. So that starts off the pagan year, you know, and that's just circulating around evil demonic shit. But we all do it so unconsciously because it's supposed to be fun and everybody does it. But then you have to think of the people that you get these holidays and things from. Very pagan people. Their societies, their culture and everything was pagan. Let's be honest, Europeans are pagan people. And then we got Thanksgiving coming up in a few days. So they have actually coached us into celebrating a holiday which is a massacre and murder of millions on top of millions of people. And this message is for black people mostly, but for white people too, because y'all need to know the truth. So we have Europeans that come in here. Y'all can say they're settlers and they're good people, all that bullshit that y'all want to say that they are, but have came to America, raped, murdered, deceived, backstab, lied, all kind of shit to millions of people. Gave them in some of the heinous ways. You give them a disease that eradicates most of their population, and they like to say these forefathers was good, God-fearing people. Let's be honest, it was the rejects of Europe. It wasn't nothing but a bunch of murderers, killers, prisoners, dirty, only washing one time out of 6 months as people. It wasn't no motherfucking good God-fearing people. It was some convicts and it was the lowest of the low that came to America to get a fresh start under a deal. So, but you take a holiday that circulates around the massacre and genocide of millions on top of millions of people, and then also the enslavement of a race of people, and you build a holiday around it, and you get people to gather up in festivities and what a Thanksgiving, like the Indians gave this land to you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Indians just wanted to kill themselves off. And And that's the sad thing about it, because we don't check out the origins or sit back and think about what are we really celebrating here. We celebrating murder. Murder at its greatest. A massacre, a Holocaust, the enslavement of people. And this is the reason why black people, why we celebrating, like I said, they have tricked us so much to celebrate their victories. Their victories. That shit ain't our victory. We was enslaved. We were slaves. And the thing about it is what we're really not informed, and we don't have understanding, and we don't know the origins of things, is because we don't read. And the sad thing about it is they have tricked us into celebrating our demise also. Because truth be told, if you look back in history and you look at the truth of things, all we know is that they told us that we was Africans and we came from Africa, and Africans is help enslave us and all this bullshit, blah, 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 blah. But it's more to that than that, because a lot of us, that if you want to accept it or not, and if you think I'm wrong, look back in history, start doing your research and walk down this and climb down this rabbit hole with me. But truth be told is the Indians, the Negroes, the Indians of South America, all were one and the same people. We spoke the same land. We had the same God. We had the same religions. We had the same customs. We had the same cultures to a certain degree. We all spoke in Hebrew and wrote in Hebrew. That's the reason why Christopher Columbus came over here with a Moor, because the Moor could speak to the natives because they spoke in Hebrew, and they knew that the Moors were Hebrew. They were Shemitic people also. The Moors and the Black Arabians were Shemitic people. So the Indians was really one and the same with the Negroes. So if you look at old pictures of Apache Indians, Cherokees, and Flathead Indians, and the Black Seminoles of Florida, they was niggas. They was niggas with different hair. And it all leads back to what I always talk about all the time, and that's that Hebrew Israelite shit. Because Jacob had 12 children with 4 different women, so 3 times 4 is 12. So all of it, if he had 12 kids with 4 different women, all these kids are gonna have different features. But we was one and the same. Only difference was some of us had the good hair, like we still do today. We have the good hair, you know, like you got Indian in your family, nigga, cause you got Indian in your family. Cause the Indians and the Negroes was the same, and the Indians end up getting declassified as Negroes, as black, because they were stealing land from them. History, the way that they taught us, isn't 100%. Is it correct? They lied to us. A lot of the slaves, the Negroes was already here because we was one of the same with the Indians. But they have lied to us to have us celebrate our demise, because we all got Indians. Look at them niggas in Louisiana. They still, them is the Indians that was fighting the Spanish. Them is the Indians. Master P, all them motherfucking niggas from New Orleans, them niggas is Indians for real. They black Indians. But then they have coached us and deceived us enough to where we celebrate our demise. Like they got us meeting up at motherfucking on Thanksgiving and watching, and that's well, I'm gonna get to that. Got us gathering up, eating all this unhealthy food, talking about Thanksgiving for what we thinking them for coming and killing us and taking our shit. We having dinner and getting together and whatever. Then this is the biggest slap in the face that a lot of people don't notice. Every motherfucking Thanksgiving, the Cowboys played the Indians. Every Thanksgiving. So we know white people came over and was at war with black people, black Indians. But then they throw it in your face every day just to see how asleep we are. Just to see how asleep we are. And the shit is ridiculous. And like I said, it's pagan origins and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? God said only no other gods before him. You know what I'm saying? He destroyed Egypt and destroyed the Israelites, destroyed us for a reason, because every land we went into, we pick up the pagan traditions of the people that we was amongst. So we pick up Halloween. We pick up Christmas. We pick up Thanksgiving. We pick up New Year's Eve. We pick up St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is a motherfucking massacre and a genocide by white people or black people. If you don't understand St. Patrick's Day, look up St. Patrick and the Pygmy people. The Pygmy people was the biblical Canaanites of the Bible. White people went to Ireland and murdered and massacred the millions of black Pygmy people, which was the biblical Canaanites, and they was the original inhabitant of Ireland. The white people talking about they Irish or whatever. You're not Irish, nigga. White comes in one flavor, nigga. I mean, we black people, brown people, we like Baskin Robbins. We come in 32 flavors, but white come in one flavor. You white wherever you are. If you in Dutch, if you Dutch, you French, you in Italy, you in Paris, you in Rome, you in Greenland, whatever, America, you South America, you still white. You know what I'm saying? It ain't different types of white people. There's different type of brown and black people. So they are talking about I'm Irish or whatever. Nah, you just a European that went and murdered some people. Y'all just some European that your forefathers went and murdered some people and took some land and got a lot of blood on your hand. But you ain't got no culture. You ain't nothing.
1-855-932-9530.
All right, hold on. You ain't no different than, I mean, white, like I said, white come in one flavor. I mean, I give the Italians a little credit because they really come from mulattoes, the Moors, you know what I'm saying? But they don't like niggas and they don't really know their true history for real. And if they do, they mad about it because they was mixed with niggas. Like, where you think you get that tan from? Niggas. Cause we come in flavors. Come from the mulattoes. You don't trust me? You don't believe me? Do your research. Read history, you know what I'm saying? Read a book, watch some YouTube, something. Prove me wrong. But the St. Patrick and the Pygmy people murdered all of them people and then got everybody going out getting drunk and that's where the idea of the leprechaun come from, because the Pygmy people, the Canaanites, were real little people, and they was like even the white people that went over and killed them, they said that they was magical because they was biblical people, and that's why they call them leper. That's where they got the idea from leprechauns. But they was black, but they changed it to white because it was revealing too much history. But and then Christmas, you know what I'm saying? But Jesus wasn't born in on December 25th. Nimrod was, you know, and Christmas has in the Romans and the Greeks has a very dark history of white men getting together, getting drunk, having sex with each other, exchanging gifts, going home and beating their wives. And then you get into Europe, it has a bloody history too, with it also of that's where what's his name, Krampus or whatever come from. All of that shit has demonic, satanic history on it. Jesus with me, and then you take Christmas and you feed it to a world and have everybody celebrating Christmas. And when in the Bible, in Jeremiah 5:10, I think it is, it talks about Christmas. Cut the tree from the wood and stand it up so it don't fall, and decorate with gold and silver. Basically saying it was pagan shit, and y'all got everybody celebrating this bullshit, spending all that, and all the shit works around money for real. It's all about making money off of people and basically worshiping the motherfucker who actually run the earth behind the scenes. Their gods, their devil, their Satan. You know what I'm saying? They got everybody participate because everybody's too ignorant to motherfucker read, and we like to enjoy the luxuries of the flesh. We like to, because it's fun. Like Christmas is so fun, and Thanksgiving is so fun. We get together, and Halloween is so fun, and got us worshiping the shit blindly, not knowing any better. Because we don't know what the fuck we doing, so we just worshiping the shit because they make it seem like it's fun and everybody's doing it, and not knowing that we really doing some demonic shit, like really some demonic, some evil ass shit. As in the pagan origins and the history of it. But people gonna have to start waking up, man, because like I said, in black people, we need to let all that shit go. What does it benefit? Why the fuck are we doing Halloween? We not evil people like that. We spiritual people. Like we believe in God. We believe in God when we shouldn't even believe in God. When we because we didn't know no better. When we was getting murdered, massacred, and slavery, why should we be following God? Because for one thing, even though they erased our history and told us a lie about everything, we always subconsciously knew that it was our God. He's our God, and we're under curses through the Bible because we're biblically people of the Bible, and they had 400 years to reign over, and that's the reason why you see a lot of black people waking up. It's a shaking in, and all you see all these disasters, these hurricanes, fires, and everything, because God gave y'all 400 years to reign over us, to rule us. Y'all only had 400 years due to our transgression. And those 400 years are wrapping up, and we breaking the chains mentally. Like y'all had chains on us physically when the slavery first started. Then y'all couldn't hold us not too much longer, and so y'all let some of the chains off, but didn't. And then y'all chained up the mind, and you erased our culture and our history, and lied to us about everything. You lied to yourself. You lied to your own people. I mean, you lied to the world and got the world doing something that if the world knew what it was really doing, it wouldn't participate in. Because if people read it and really had an understanding of God and knew the truth, and you read the book of Jubilee that's in the Apocrypha, and understand that God broke down the world, gave the world to Noah's 3 sons, Japheth, Shem, and Ham. Japheth's land will always be cold. Ham's land will always be hot. Which Ham is the African, Japheth is the light skin, basically almost like the darker looking Arabian people, and then Shem, which is the Negroes, Indians, and amidst a lot of us for real. Of Shemitic people, not Semitic. Semitic is a word that was made up. Shemitic is, because Shem that's where you get it, Hamitic, Shemitic, Japhetic people. Shemitic is not Semitic. And when they say anti-Semite, that's some shit the Jewish people made up. Like Jewish means almost Jew. You know, you're ish. Like if I was blackish, I would be black, but whitish. Like you almost black, nigga. But he broke down the lands, and then no man was to take land from another man, because if in the Bible, if someone took land from another people, you got cursed. That man got cursed, and his kids and his kids would be cursed for taking other people's land. So a lot of shit wouldn't be done if people actually knew the truth and knew the repercussions of it. But black people, we have been coached in to participate in this pagan shit. Like all that football, basketball, all that old sports watching ass shit, MMA fighting, all that shit is Roman, Greek shit. That's the white people shit. That's pagan bullshit. And when they got us even loving this shit, then we gonna have to break your motherfucking chains. Well, I've been broke from it. I don't watch none of this shit. I don't do none of this shit. I don't want your fucking holidays. I don't want none of this shit. I'm not gonna go wait till Christmas to go spend all my motherfucking money going in debt, using up credit cards and all that shit. Then run around on New Year's Eve. And then New Year's Eve. Let's talk about New Year's Eve. So if everything's dying, because this is the reason why people don't understand it, is because we running off a Gregorian calendar. This is not, it's not 2018 for real. It's like 16 something, the year 16,000 or something. But they have changed the calendar and everything. They changed every fucking thing. Lied about everything. What's his what the fuck is his name? Copernicus. All of it changed the earth in 1581. At the same time that the calendar was changed to the Gregorian calendar. They changed the image of Christ in the 1500s. So we got the image of Christ changed in the 1500s. We got the calendar changed in the 1500s. We got the earth going from flat to being a globe by Copernicus in the 1500s. White people did a lot of change and a lot of lying in the 1500s. And then you got to think, so we got all of these changes done by homosexuals, murderers, rapists. Like Copernicus was fucking his niece. You know what I'm saying? Like his great niece, I believe. It was his girlfriend. And he was able to change the idea of the earth being flat to a globe. And he was fucking his niece. You know, and he was working for the Roman Catholic Church. Also, he was a bishop or something. Never really went to college. What else? It was a lot of shit about Copernicus, and he was able to manipulate the whole earth to believe that the earth was a globe, and then the earth circulated around the sun in the 1500s with him being a niece fucker. Scholar. And if you don't believe me, prove me wrong. Research it, read it. Yeah, New Year's Eve, and everything dies in New Year's Eve. Everything's dead in winter. So how could the New Year be in January, December, when everything dies? And also Jesus' birth. When Jesus' birth. So really, New Year's Eve will be spring when everything starts to come back to life. When the earth has cleansed itself or whatever, and everything starts to come back to life. But and even Jesus was reported to been born in April or something like that, around spring. So they lied about every fucking thing. Jesus was hung from a cross. When it says in the Bible, he was hung from a tree. They painted Jesus looking like Brad Pitt with long hair and shit when the Bible described him as a black man. They lie about everything, and we just keep following these motherfuckers. Well, y'all just keep following these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is for black and white people too, because y'all the Gentiles, y'all the heathens. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all's salvation comes through y'all knowing the truth also. You know, like if y'all call yourself God-fearing, even though y'all know y'all Gentiles, it still matters to y'all that y'all break the chains that have been put upon y'all, the lies and the deceit that has been put upon y'all by your own people. Like I said, all of this shit is pagan. Like the sports, the holidays, they make you feel like a lone wolf or outsider if you don't participate, like you're lonely and something's wrong with you. But I'd rather be lonely and right than to be fucked up and foolish following the traditions of men and the lies of men, especially when I read and go back and I look at the shit. You know, like when I examine the shit and look at the origin of the shit, I'd rather be lonely and right back God than to be following the crowd and just to be out drinking with you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And doing all this fucked up fake shit. That's the reason why a lot of y'all niggas be getting pregnant and catching STDs on motherfucking on Halloween and shit, because the bridge between the living and the dead is very thin. So y'all get outside of yourself. Y'all in this costume, so y'all acting outside of yourself. Y'all not acting how y'all usually act. Y'all out doing promiscuous shit, being loose with yourself, because you can paint your face up. People might not even know that's you, so then you out there wilding out because a spirit that came in and took over your head and got you out thinking outside of yourself, doing just fucked up shit. But we don't know the origins of shit, or don't actually know what we're doing when we do shit. So it seems like all fun and games until you do the origins of shit. Like I said, Thanksgiving's coming up. People ask me what I'm doing. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing shit. You know, I'm gonna sit my black ass at home, and I might meet up with a friend or something. You know what I mean? But I'm not celebrating that shit as a whole. So the same thing for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing y'all spend all your motherfucking money at the end of the year because they make the shit seem like it's fun and games, and that if you don't go along with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit, man. Fuck them motherfuckers, man. Fuck them. And I might have cussed a lot more than I wanted to, but I get emotional about shit. When I get to speaking this truth and shit, I don't. I mean, it's just a ramble, and I'm just speaking from the heart. But that's my point. Fuck them motherfuckers. Fuck their traditions, their holidays, their pagan shit. Especially if you're a God-fearing people. Detach yourself from Babylon, because America's Babylon, and people don't want it. And it's Rome. It's Rome all over. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. And people don't understand that. Like, that's the reason why we do a lot of Roman shit. That's why we have a lot of Roman symbolism. Because Rome never fell, and the Romans just died out. They just dispersed and start calling themselves Rome. I mean, German, Polish, Dutch, French, and European, and British, and all of it, because white comes in one flavor. Like I said, white comes in one flavor. So all of these white people that y'all descendants of the Romans, because white, and this is how you know it's true. The world was black and brown. Black and brown people inhabited every square inch of this planet. Up until the genocides, the massacres, the Roman Catholic Church, the Crusades, and all this shit happened. White people was only in Europe. Only in Europe. And they come in one flavor. So when they dispersed and Rome fell, and then you can look and see how America's running just like Rome. Look at Rome. Everybody was watching the gladiator sports, eating, drinking good, and having orgies and same sex and all of that shit, and doing all that white people shit that we do in America right now. And as their country was falling up on them, their economy was collapsing, they didn't know what the fuck was going on because they were distracted. And look at America doing the same shit. We still watching these sports and doing all of this bullshit, is pagan, and doing these orgies, and the dollar is falling, but we entertain. We eating our chicken wings, we watching our football, and we doing all of this bullshit, and then it's gonna fall. But guess what? The thing about it, at this point, because when Rome was, white people was isolated in Rome. They wasn't all over the world. So when Rome fell and their whole society fell, and they decided to disperse and start acting like they was different type of white people, when it's only one type of white people. It was places that they could run. But after this run right here, after America falls, there's no running. There's no other continents that you can run to and lie to people about and act like you ain't who you are, who you really are, Edomite, Esau. There's nowhere else to run to, so the world's gonna have to be handed back into the hands of the people that was running the world at first. And that's the brown and black people, the aboriginal, the indigenous people of the world, which are people of color. So history's about to repeat itself, and like I said, like the world is about to be handed back over, because after America falls, which is falling, if people don't want to realize or not, it's pagan. It's not a God-fearing, God built under God country. All of that shit is a lie and a bullshit. And after this rodeo, it's over. Because like I said, because people don't understand the origins of shit. We don't understand what shit really means and where it stems from. And like I said, after this rodeo of Europeans fucking over the world, like you got mass murder, bombings, raping, slavery, and all of that shit, it's not a good look. It's really not a good look. And then you pissed off God. You hidden God's people in plain sight. You have hid God from people. You have constructed a system in a country where you have made people doubt God's existence. You have pushed this globe model, this round earth, and this universe, and this fake space shit, this NASA shit. You have changed the image of Christ. You have murdered people. You have done every ungodly thing that a nation of people could do. And after this one, it's over. It's over. Like, it really, really is. Because, and then, and I tell people all the time, because if people want to believe it or not, or whatever, how the fuck they feel, I'm a flat earther. Because once I started my understanding of God, reading the Bible, shit started to make sense. So I'm gonna put this, and people can take it how you want. You think I'm crazy or whatever, prove me wrong. But the Roman Catholic Church came up with the globe ideal. They the ones that got so they took the earth from being flat, heavens being above, waters above as below, the heavens being above water, a firmament, and all of it. And God sits on top of the earth, looking over everything, and changed it to a globe. The Roman Catholic Church has hidden God's people. I mean, the list could go on, but and they have, and when God said there's no mediator between the Lord and people besides Jesus Christ, they have put the Pope and the Father and the Rabbi and said, I'm the spokesperson of God. I'm the official spokesperson of God. I can change the Bible. I can change the scripture if I want to, or whatever. After all of this, y'all have waged the war with God. And the Roman Catholic Church also has a telescope that a lot of people don't know. That at first was named was Lucifer, where they will watch the heavens, because the earth ain't no ball. So they got telescopes so they can see what's going on up there. Like, is Jesus coming back? Is God trying to look for God? But they have waged the war with God. They got you thinking that aliens exist, and got to push all this alien invasion propaganda. So just when Jesus and God comes back, they're gonna coach everybody to think that if it happens that, and this is hypothetically speaking, if alien invasion happens, it's actually aliens. So that's why Trump talk about that Space Force and shit. Like, nigga, who you trying to fight that high up? You know what I'm saying? Really, like, who you trying to go war with that high up? But the thing is white people know that they fucked up, and they have lied about everything. They have cursed God. They have hidden God from people. They have done all of this fucked up shit, and they have basically waged the war with God. Because the Bible is not a done book. We still in Revelations ain't played out. Jesus ain't came back, so this shit's still playing out in real time. But the elites know they have waged the war with God. So they gonna have all y'all, the Air Force, the military, whatever. Did Jesus come back? Because Jesus said he gonna come back yielding a sword of vengeance. It ain't gonna be that old white spook shit that they came up with, talking about Jesus, all my children, let's rapture up to heaven. It's not gonna be about nothing like that shit. Y'all better read that Bible. It's not gonna be that old white fairy tale shit they talking about. Jesus is gonna come flying from the sky, all white as shit, looking like Brad Pitt, come down and be like, come my children, blah blah blah. All of it's just a lie. God